Someone's at the door, Ludy. Can we let them in?
See my ceiling that's going to be painted?
Come a long way.
Hi, Mom.
Oh, hi. I'm not seeing everybody. Oh, oh, there we go. Hello, Dick McCormick. Oh my God, I have to bring this closer.
Hi, Ludy.
Hi. Hey, Amy. I'm seeing staff members. Dean Silhouette. This is hilarious. Oh, this is great.
I'm suffering to be here. I'm missing a caucus
Oh, sorry to do
for
that to
me.
you.
I was so looking forward to it.
Oh, look. Oh my God.
Hi.
Hi, CJ. They're all joining.
Hi.
Let's see that.
Hello.
Haley, this is random noticing people. Hello.
Oh.
No presents?
Mm-hmm.
A lot of doorbells there.
There it is. Hi, Ludy.
Who's that?
Don. Ramey.
Oh, hi, Don Ramey. I have to flip screens here to see you. How are you? I haven't seen you forever.
It has been a while. Congratulations.
Thank
on
you.
Your long due rewards.
Liam. Hi, Liam. Oh,
Good
where
to
did
see
you
you,
find
Ludy.
all these people? Hi, Joni.
Is that our Liam?
That's our Liam.
Where?
Yes.
Oh, Liam. Oh, hi. Wish I could give you a big hug.
So sitting next to me is my friend Bill Hoyt.
Hi.
He's just arrived.
Hey, Ludy, have you asked permission to retire yet?
Oh, you know, I've had my doubts. It was a smart thing to do. Oh, hi, Eric. Hi, Polly.
It's not going to be like Joel's retirement, is it?
Yeah. Back and forth. Exactly. Amy. Hi, Eileen. Oh, this is great. Hi, Paul. Oh my gosh.
Jeez, bro. Didn't know you had that many friends.
I know. I didn't either. Here comes the cat.
She has a lot more friends than this.
Like Peg Flory.
Yes,
Yep.
it is.
Erhard, hello.
Hi, Peg. Dick McCormick.
over
Hi,
here-
Dick. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Enjoying retirement.
Over here on my left is my youngest of the stepdaughters, Christina Biddle, I think is how she's got her name in there. Yep. And sooner or later my daughter Sarah is here, and Cornelia and Annie may join us, and Christopher. So you've just been introduced to my family.
Wonderful. Welcome.
There's Christina.
I don't think she's even seeing me, Tracy. But I can see her.
I have to scroll because I'm on. Well, this is so much fun. You know, it made me so sad that we weren't going to be able to see each other, but this is an awful lot of fun.
We will have another party too. This doesn't qualify as the only party.
That's my
Good.
friend Esme.
Yeah,
You just got to host it on your farm, Ludy. That's the only catch.
couldn't be better. Oh, gosh. Oh, what a wonderful idea. That's a must. I'm gonna do that.
Ludy,
Jonathan,
you had one when Tim Kanonen was president.
I did. I've had board meetings here and we had staff retreats here, which was fun because everybody kind of disappeared into or different work groups disappeared into different rooms and stuff. We got soup from Pierce's store.
Yeah.
I will in a minute.
I remember you boiled beets for dessert, and it was the first time in my life I ever liked beets.
Oh, wow.
Beets.
Beets for
Beets.
dessert?
Yes, they were delicious.
I'll have to find that recipe. I don't remember
It was
that.
just plain boiled beets.
For dessert?
Yes.
Yeah, that's not one of her recipes.
That's my son Christopher speaking.
Where's he?
He's Christopher's income.
I actually
I
didn't.
have
think
a video
Ludy
off for a
cooked.
second.
Am I wrong on that? Is Ludy a gourmet and I just don't? I've
No.
only eaten- Yeah, okay.
Far from it.
Yeah.
Far from it. Hi, Pam Johnson.
Sarah on?
Sarah's
Hi,
on.
Betty.
Hi, Sheila. Oh my gosh. So here we have Montana and we have, well, are you in Virginia, Pam? Where are you? Are you in
Kentucky?
Kentucky? That's right. Oh my gosh, this is such fun. That's the joy of NeighborWorks is that we just have friends in every corner.
Indeed, and you're one of the best.
Yeah.
Roy is in
Ludy.
Texas.
Yep.
Ludy, this is Jenica, and we don't all have friends in every corner. You're unique that way.
Oh, don't start me going. That's too sweet.
So Ludy, I'm just going to interrupt for a minute. There are probably more people that are going to come in, but we have a rather aggressive agenda tonight. And I just want to introduce myself. My name is Scott Tucker. I have had the pleasure of being the president of the board the last 2 years and working very closely with Ludy. And I think we got a lot accomplished. Let me just let everybody aware that everyone would be muted. There will be a time, there will be an open mic for everybody. I do have a few people who are going to make some comments or statements early on, and I will call them out. So there is a list of guest speakers. Remember the open chat. The chat is open, so please write messages to Ludy as we go along. So Ludy, you'll have to keep up. And we are recording this event, so let's keep it family clean tonight. There is a tribute video, and we'll get to that shortly. And as I said, there's an open mic component. Now, I was told that I had to give a speech, Ludy, and the last time that I was asked to talk was about a week ago for Senator Sanders, and I was hard pressed to keep to my time limit, but I'll do my best tonight. Okay, Melanie? And so I want to first say tonight we're Zooming to celebrate all things Ludy Biddle. And my remarks go something like this. Who knew? Ludy Biddle retiring after a wonderful 20-year career as executive director of NeighborWorks of Western Vermont. I want to mention a few of what I think might be Ludy's favorite things that make her smile on a professional level. I know a lot of you have some personal comments that you can make later. So in 2001, when it all started for NeighborWorks of Western Vermont and Ludy, NeighborWorks only had 8 employees. So over time, under Ludy's leadership, NeighborWorks expanded to 19 employees. Today, with the motto, "We are all things home," NeighborWorks of Western Vermont provides programs focused on home ownership, home repair, heat squad, and loan works. At another time, there was also something called LaborWorks, and we had a real estate arm. So as you all know, this powerhouse organization serves neighborhoods, families, and individuals throughout Vermont. The He Squad, which I know Ludy is particularly proud of because she's pounded that into my head. He Squad, He Squad, He Squad. But it was established with a significant federal grant, and since 2010 has helped over 5,000 Vermonters with energy audits and over 2,000 in-home weatherization. He Squad initially served only Rutland County, but expanded to 8 counties. And in 2017, He Squad expanded to reach to include 9 counties in Western Kentucky. Yes, you heard me right, Kentucky. Ludy is known by her board of directors as a high-performing visionary leader. Her staff enjoy a comfortable and welcoming atmosphere, encouraged to bring well-behaved dogs to work, as I'm told. Under her steadfast leadership, NeighborWorks of Western Vermont consistently achieved exemplary marks as a network member of NeighborWorks America. NeighborWorks America, for those who do not know, is one of the nation's largest community development grant makers and is the largest trainer of community development nonprofits in the country. Ludy received a number of awards over her career for her work, including the prestigious National NeighborWorks Association Lifetime Achievement Award and NeighborWorks America Home Ownership Steering Committee Award. In 2005, Ludy participated in the Vermont Leadership Institute at the Snelling Center for Government. Ludy is a NeighborWorks America Achieving Excellence graduate, and she participated in a NeighborWorks America collaboration with Harvard University's Kennedy School of Government. Ludy partnered with NeighborWorks of Western Vermont directors participating in a national NeighborWorks America program called Excellence in Governance. Oh, by the way, I usually make this comment, so I'll just do it. Ludy promised me as president that it wouldn't be a lot of hard work. Well, not so. But anyhow, Excellence in Governance was determined to take an exemplary organization to greater heights. The NeighborWorks Excellence in Governance program is an 18-month board leadership development intensive program designed to help boards create lasting, adaptive change and transform from responsible to exceptional. One of the board's goals is to focus on something called READY: race, equity, diversity, and inclusion in all things that we do. Most recently, Ludy successfully led her team through the novel coronavirus and managed a new program made possible with a CARES Act rehousing grant. And I would invite you to visit NeighborWorks of Western Vermont's website to see their short film about this project. Ludy says homelessness has been a problem for a long time. So when the COVID crisis hit, it became an urgent need to help. Rehousing homeless people while helping landlords convert vacant and blighted units for families and individuals to occupy with a promise to stabilize rent for 5 years. They had a very short window and it had to be completed by the end of December. And her team was responsible for getting 61 units. They served 61 units, which was 37 buildings and 18 landlords across 3 counties. As we know, there's plenty of aging stock across Vermont. Ludy is passionate about people and the rural condition that many times gets ignored. It is my pleasure to have served as president in partnership with you, Ludy, over these past 2 years. Let this statement stand as a first salvo tonight across the bow. And I say to you, salute. Okay, I have a list, so just bear with me. I want to introduce it. Let me know if Polly Major is here from Senator Leahy's office. Is Polly here? Unmute? No?
Yes, sorry, I am unmuted now. It wasn't letting me initially. I am here. Thanks, Scott.
Polly Major, you're on from Senator Leahy's office.
Thank you. And it's good to see everyone. And Ludy, it's wonderful to see you. And I hope we get to see you in person sometime soon. I'm here to say thank you to you for your long career on behalf of Senator Leahy. he's so grateful for the work you've done for NeighborWorks of Western Vermont, for all the families you have helped house and all the other families that you have helped improve their housing. And he's always going to remember you as a really innovative leader and a leader who's focused on how things will work for rural communities. And you've pushed me and I think generations of Leahy staff by saying, that's an interesting program, but how's it really going to work in rural areas? And that's a question that my boss asks a lot in Congress, and you help him ask that question. And so we've heard from Scott about the impact you've had on your region, but I just want to let this group know that you've also had an impact at the federal level by having that focus, by asking that question, and by helping us and my boss ask that question as well. And you really understand the value of home ownership and the need to focus on accessible, affordable home ownership. And once people do own their homes, to preserve that value by investments in things like weatherization. So thank you for thinking outside of the traditional kind of multifamily housing development box that so often I think housing at the federal level falls into, and for really pushing us to think about those rural communities that you've served so well over the last 20 years. So a lot of people have a lot of things to say, but from Senator Leahy, thank you for your service, Ludy.
Polly, thank you. Thank you. And thank you for being such a good listener as for what we really do care about and what we sort of feel is our unique mission, not unique, but our specific mission at NeighborWorks. That was really gratifying to hear you say those things, because they're very directed, and I appreciate that.
Well, I'll miss listening to you, and I hope that you still call up with ideas.
Thanks. I certainly will.
I have little doubt.
Thank you, Polly. Next on my list is Haley Perro from Senator Sanders' office. Is Haley in the house?
With Bernie.
Yes, thank you, Scott. Hi, Ludy. Haley from Bernie's office here. I know we've crossed paths mostly on energy issues, but you've been such a good friend to so many folks in our office. I'm joined tonight by my colleagues Erhard, who works on housing now for our office, as well as Liam, who I know was in AmeriCorps with you. So there's lots of folks here from Team Sanders that want to say congratulations. I'm sorry, Bernie's not here in person, but he asked us to share the following message from him. It's a letter and it reads, Dear Ludy, congratulations on your retirement as Executive Director of NeighborWorks of Western Vermont after 2 decades of tirelessly serving others. I am especially grateful to you for your innovative work to develop the HEAT Squad. When I authored the Energy Efficiency and Conservation Block Grant Program, this was exactly the kind of work I had envisioned that it could fund. Thanks to your team's hands-on support, 2,000 Vermont households are healthier, using less energy, and saving money. And the broad impacts of this work are equally impressive, with 9 million pounds of carbon dioxide saved each year and $1.6 million reinvested in the local economy. I am proud that you've not only kept up this critical work locally, but that you've also expanded it to over half of Vermont. You should be tremendously proud that under your dedicated leadership, NeighborWorks has provided shared equity home ownership to help hundreds of low-income Vermonters buy their first home. Further, your rental rehabilitation work has served not only as a model for creating permanent homes for the unhoused during the pandemic, but will soon become a statewide program. Along with NeighborWorks' counseling and education services, this work has had a lasting impact on Vermonters. Well, you will be missed, your legacy will endure. And I know that for you, the Vermonters that you have served are not just numbers. They are real people, they are families, older Vermonters, community members, and friends. Your compassionate leadership has ensured that this humanity has not been lost in the day-to-day work. And for that, I thank you. I am pleased to join your friends, family, and colleagues in wishing you all the best in your retirement. Please keep in touch. Sincerely, Bernie Sanders. And an expanded version of this will be entered in the Congressional Record, which is the permanent record of Congress, and a framed copy of that. So thank you so much, Ludy. We really appreciate all your contributions. And on behalf of Bernie, thank you for all you've done.
Oh, Haley. Oh, thank you. That's lovely. Yes, I loved working with the senator and with all of you, not just on the heat squad, although we did a lot directly on that, but on all the issues. I'm so proud of our delegation in Vermont, and it's so much fun to have access and real commitment and authentic conversations with our senators, and then see the staff go work hard for us, help us. You know, we can call you on a moment's notice and get some help with something. It's quite special. So thank you very, very much for those comments, but thank you for all you've done for us.
Thank you, Haley. Next on my list is either or both Tafine Dean and Rebecca Ellis from Congressman Welch's office. I'm not sure if I have one or both.
Hi there, this is Rebecca.
Rebecca's there, yeah.
Hi, Ludy. Yeah.
Hi, Rebecca.
I'm here for Congressman Welch. For people who don't know me, I'm Congressman Welch's state director. And Congressman Welch wrote you a handwritten note for this occasion, which I'm happy to read to you in case you have trouble deciphering his handwriting when you get the note yourself. So he says, "Dear Ludy, so hard to believe you will be retiring after 20 years leading NeighborWorks, and so easy to appreciate all you and NeighborWorks have accomplished for Western Vermont. I really admire your service, which is so grounded in the community and so respectful of the people you serve. Thanks, Ludy," from Peter.
Oh.
So thank you. And it's with, deep gratitude and heartfelt emotion that I join everyone in this call wishing you a very happy retirement.
No, thank you, Rebecca. Thank you, Tafine. I saw both of them in a meeting last week and was reminded how just very special the direct work has been, how helpful you all are and how supportive you are. It's extraordinary. I say the same to all of our delegation. We're so lucky, and everybody in the national network knows how lucky we are too, because our senators and our congressmen are highly respected everywhere else for the work, and appreciated by our network for their sincere work with our group. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you, Rebecca. Next, let's go to Jen Yakinovich, our vice president of the board.
Up here.
Thank you, Scott. And congratulations, Ludy. I just wanted to take the opportunity from the full board to thank you for your leadership. It's been a great honor to work with you. We've also had a lot of fun. I think for me personally, one of the things I think of is traveling. I've had the opportunity to travel with Ludy, and I think anyone else on this call who has, particularly when you're headed to a NeighborWorks America event, it's like traveling with a rock star, because you walk in to the room and everybody knows who she is and they want their opportunity to get her attention. I know that when we traveled to with Excellence in Governance, when we traveled to New Orleans and Portland, Oregon, we'd always attend the opening night social. And truly, when Ludy walked into the room, everybody wanted a piece of her. And it was really fun to witness that and to hear their stories, because when she talked particularly to the other longtime directors who are also very passionate about the work, it was just a lot of fun to be able to do that. But I also tonight want to speak to the impact that you've had on me as a service user of NeighborWorks of Western Vermont, and for your impact on making homeownership a reality for so many in Vermont. Homeownership is often one of those like someday dreams that, it's someday when I get a better paying job, someday when I save more money, someday when I pay off credit card or student loan debt. But thanks to you, homeownership didn't have to be one of those someday dreams. It came so much sooner. And thank you for making, our homes safer for our neighbors. The senior citizens that can now enter and exit their homes safely because there are new ramps that have been put on, or children with asthma and their parents who can now literally breathe easier because the mold in their homes has been dealt with. And I'm certain what you're thinking right now, and what you would say to me if we were having this conversation in person is, it wasn't me, it was the staff. Because I've heard you say that many times before. But the reality is, and I'm 100% certain that the staff would agree, that they couldn't do their jobs without a leader like you. They couldn't be as successful and they couldn't have the impact that they have without the visionary to lead them through everything. So all of the grants that you've written, all of the times you had to beg for money, because we know that's what we do in the nonprofit world, all of the reports you've had to submit, all of the audits that you've had to have gone through. We thank you for all of that time and your commitment and your passion to making homeownership a reality and making homes safe and healthy for our fellow Vermonters. And it has truly been a privilege to work with you, and I cannot thank you enough. And I think I can speak for the entire board when I say that it's been a privilege for all of us. So congratulations.
Well, thank you. I will just reiterate that, as it is the staff and the team that gets the work done, it's also the board. We wouldn't be here without you, and we wouldn't be where we are without all the support and all the advice and just all the commitment that the board makes to this organization. The board works as hard as everybody else. And Scott will tell you, harder than you expected. So it is really it's a big team that gets it done. There's no question about that. And thank you for the support and those kind words. Thank you.
Thank you, Jennifer.
No.
Speaking of rock stars, Ludy, Marietta Rodriguez just joined us.
Hi there.
Hey, Marietta.
So good to see everybody.
I know, look around. Isn't it wonderful?
It is. I even see all sorts of wonderful people. I see Sheila and Janica. Well, I miss seeing. Hello. Well, sorry I'm late. It was we had a board meeting of our own, but I couldn't let this event go by without coming and paying my respects, my tribute to my good friend Ludy. I'm just so honored to join you today. I mean, you're such a special person to so many of us. And I'm excited for you to begin this new chapter of your life. And I'm a little jealous to be but it's incredibly bittersweet for me, for all of us, because we're just going to miss you so much. I've had the pleasure of getting to know you over the last several years, and your commitment, your entrepreneurial spirit, your strategic thinking. I think NeighborWorks, the network, NeighborWorks Western Vermont will feel the impact of your contributions for years to come. And, you are leaving a very incredible lasting legacy in the way you've empowered your staff. It's really something to behold. I remember in 2017 when Ludy was awarded the Lifetime Achievement Award from NNA, and how exciting that was, and how they spoke of her commitment to community development and talked about her legislative advocacy, her innovative partnerships like with the Portland Regional Hospital, how she grew the CDFI from $3 million to well over 14. I don't even know how much it is now. The growth in homeowners served in your counties is remarkable. and took leadership and took guts and was risk taking. Certainly the leadership you exhibited in mounting the effort around the heat squad. I mean, I could go on, but you all know there are these incredible achievements. But you've also exercised incredible leadership nationally. You've served on many of our committees, the Homeownership Steering Committee, the NNA Board. Again, you leave your fingerprints and your legacy is going to be with us for a while. I would just say you've been such an exceptional leader. I've learned so much from you. I've learned alongside with you. And I consider you a lifelong friend. I hope you feel the same. And I really appreciate that, you know, one of the things that sometimes when you're at NeighborWorks, and certainly as I'm in this position, people may not always be honest with you because we play this weird role of being a funder or not. And I would say Ludy was always willing to be honest with me, even if some of the messages that she had to give me were hard to hear. And that is so incredibly valuable to me because as anyone has blind spots, but you know, you need to know what people are thinking and what are the gaps, and that I value very, very much. So I'm excited to hear more about what the future holds, but I guess I want to thank you for your contributions, know that your legacy lives on, and I can't wait to hear more about the trouble you're going to get into with Orville and the animals.
That's great. Oh, Marietta, that's great. So I was thinking, you know, we've been fellow travelers. You're now in the vaunted position of CEO of the National NeighborWorks, but you know, we started at the beginning of SHOP, and you know, yes, I as an entrepreneur, I found a fellow traveler and somebody that I just loved working with. I never believed you would succeed at it, and I couldn't wait and couldn't believe that you did, and that we got to participate in it. And it's no wonder that you are in the position you are now. Anyway, thank you for that. I think I probably admire you one of the most in what I've seen everywhere. I mean, I love everybody on this call. I don't mean that I pick one person out above others, but I love the qualities that you've kind of shown in leadership at NeighborWorks, and from when you were just a staff member trying to start a program.
I remember you, thank you, that's incredibly generous. I remember you telling me, like, this is all well and good, but this is never going to happen. You're never going to be able to pull that off. I remember, and I remember thinking, wow, and this is someone who wants to do it. Can you imagine those that are resistant? I also remember, if you could just indulge me. So we had all of, you know, there was a lot of, we were trying to change the homeownership business model. I will make this short, but there were all these resources that the network said they needed in order to get this, right? So there was marketing and there was operations. And so we brought these subject matter experts that don't normally work in affordable housing together to help resource this group of organizations. And there was, when it came to changing, it was resistance, like any change would be. And I remember Ludy walking down the hall with me and saying, yeah, you know, it's like we've been starving for things and resources for years. And you've laid out this banquet for us of all this luscious food, and then you have to beg us to eat it. And it was such a vivid analogy for me that it has stayed, that and many others have stayed with me. So again, that's an example of like telling me the truth and delivering hard messages. So thank you for that.
Yeah, well, thank you for all you've done for the network and continue to do. Yeah.
Thank you, Marietta.
You bet.
I'm going to go to Melanie Paskovich, the Director of Operations for NeighborWorks of Western Vermont.
And I will not cry. Well, maybe I will, just a little bit. I'll try not to. Oh, Ludy, I don't know. Where do I start, right? So much to say. I had to actually write it down because it was so much to say. But, you know, we've worked together for 10 years, but we've known each other so much longer. You know, I remember meeting you and a small staff over at the tiny building across the street, and, you know, hearing your vision for this crazy project across the street, which is 110 Marble. And I thought, who is this chick? She's got it going on. But, you know, really, it's you were a powerhouse, and I knew it from the first time I met you. It was exciting to, you know, to get to know you in that way, right? I was part of the architectural team, you know, that worked on the project. So it was exciting to get to know you that way. And then now I've been on staff for the last 10 years. So it's an exciting evolution. But I've always been amazed and awed, and, you know, how you've grown the organization from staff to programs to budget. You know, and I've learned so much from you, and I can't thank you enough for your mentorship and your leadership and your collaboration, and of course, friendship, which is most important. And you do it with all the staff, but you've given me the opportunity to grow professionally and personally, which I can never thank you enough, Ludy. I owe you a lot. And I wrote down some words. I'm like, you know, she's a true visionary. She's compassionate. She's a great supporter, encouraging, fun to be around, and always up for a challenge. Such as this time we were in this very dark hole of a bar in Little Rock, Arkansas. Ludy will remember this, right? There's pictures somewhere. I've seen them. And it was a competition, and Ludy was up for the competition, and, you know, dragged me with her, but it's all fun. Where we actually took empty beer bottles. We dumped out what maybe there was some yuckies left. The competition was to see who could throw it across the bar into the garbage can, the other side of the bar. We did not win, but that's okay. And
broken beer bottles.
Yeah, it was kind of a mess, but it was fun. You know, we had not the best form as we're throwing them, but whatever. But it was a good time. And I just want to say, by the way, this is the Clinton Foundation who brought us there. I think that's the funniest part of the story. And Ludy, you're so easy to talk to, and to talk to anyone and have a conversation. And I remember this time, my first time in LA, as everyone's talked about, you know, you're a great traveler. First time in LA, and, you know, it was big for me. And we're in a taxi cab going down the highway, 95 plus miles an hour. Ludy's in the front seat with this taxi driver, and they're having a wonderful conversation. The taxi driver is like this, talking to Ludy. And I'm like, wait a minute, this is 95 miles an hour. But anyway, that's just to say Ludy can meet anyone and talk to anyone and have a great conversation. And she's so easy to talk to. And I've always admired that about you. Not 95 miles an hour down the highway, but other times. No, it's always good. And you're always up for an adventure. And I love that about you. And like I said, you're a wonderful travel companion. We've seen Mississippi Delta, you know, that was crazy. And Denver and New Orleans and San Francisco. There's just too many to, you know, list here. But you know, you really experience life, and I think all it has to offer, and you're so open and accepting. And I'll always remember our times together, and always enjoyed traveling with you. It won't be the same ever again. It will not. And even your snoring wasn't bad, because we shared a lot of rooms together, and I enjoyed that too. It's all good.
I know we did.
We did.
So I remember on your first that we were going to Los Angeles with the Department of Energy grant for the Heat Squad in the beginning, and Melanie was going to be on the West Coast for the first time in her life, and her plan was to put her toe in the Pacific. And the reason she was in a cab going 95 miles an hour was that I insisted we go to the Getty Museum instead.
Which was fine. It was great. No,
But I've had wonderful times with everybody because we've made it fun and had fun and done wonderful things and been so fortunate to travel with, and you know, as I say, even riding the elevator with people from all over the country has been so valuable to the work we've done, and so informative. Such an experience. Yeah, I'm gonna miss it too.
Yeah, I know. Me too.
But thank you for those kind words.
Oh, of course. Well, I'll miss you terribly. NeighborWorks won't be the same without you, your spirit, or Weston.
I thought you were going to mention that we always stop for coffee when we're going up to Montpelier and Burlington. And
Your
stuff.
car actually stops. It's not
Yeah,
you.
that's-
Your car knows where to stop.
Yeah.
It's really, and I'm not joking about that either. But yeah, and Weston, who always cleans everybody's garbages at 5 p.m. every night, which sometimes during the day, he might clean your lunch too. But no, I'm just can't thank you enough, Ludy. I will miss you tremendously. But you deserve this. You deserve to celebrate. You deserve to, get this next phase and enjoy family and friends and new adventures. And I know we're going to keep in touch. I have no worries about that. But toast to you, Ludy. And yeah.
Oh, is it time?
Yeah, let's do it. Toast.
Okay.
I'll make a cocktail.
Toast.
Okay. I said I didn't start at 5, but I can certainly
It's
start at
5:40. It's fine.
Yeah.
It's fine. No, toast to Ludy.
Thank you. Thank you.
Toast to Ludy.
Thank you to everybody. And thank you for the chat comments. I see them. I can't chat because I put my keyboard away, but I'll chat with everybody later. Cheers.
There's
Thank
a
you.
bit of a theme going on here, Ludy. Something about travel, something about that's a little bit understated here. You find people of high quality and you hire them. So you steal them from other places. I'm hearing that too. Yep. Yeah. And of course, what's there not to love about food in a bar,
Right.
especially when you're on convention? So
Right.
listen, we're going to just sort of switch just a little bit and let you watch a short movie, so to speak.
Oh.
Here we are.
Oh.
Oh, Ludy, so much to say. It's been a joy working with you these last 10 years. You've been a great mentor, friend. You're also a wonderful travel companion, and I will never travel again like I did with you. I'll miss you terribly, and I've learned so much from you, and I can't thank you enough. And I wish you all the best in this next phase. You're going to have lots of new adventures and time with family. Wish you all the best and well wishes for sure. Miss you, Ludy.
Ludy, I hope you have such a lovely retirement. It's been a pleasure to work with you. It's only been a short time, but your positivity and encouragement have been inspiring, and we will miss you.
Wishing my favorite NeighborWorks ED happy retirement. When you come down to Virginia, give me a call and we'll go out and really celebrate your retirement. In the meantime, take care, and again, happy retirement.
Ludy, thank you so much for everything that you've done for the organization. All the best in this new chapter of your life, and congratulations on now extending your weekends with 5 days. Thanks, Ludy.
Congratulations and happy retirement. Thank you for all you have done to make homeownership a reality for so many Vermonters, including myself. Your legacy is unmatched, and we will miss you so, so much, but wish you the very best of luck in this new endeavor.
Ludy, here's to a happy and well-deserved retirement. The office just won't be the same without you and Westy.
Ludy, I couldn't help but think about the old seed fund days back when we were going through all those grant proposals. We didn't have everything all figured out perfectly, but you always approached everything in a collaborative and we'll make it work kind of way, which I always appreciated. You know, later on when we worked together, I've admired your professionalism and appreciated your kindness and your friendship. Congrats on all your achievements at NeighborWorks over the years and on retiring at the top of your game, leaving NeighborWorks in a really good place. Hope to see you around the community for many years to come. Good luck and best wishes on your next adventures.
Happy retirement.
Happy retirement, Grommy. We can't wait to spend so much more time with you. We love you and we're so proud of you.
Thank you, Ludy. Thank you for always being you, and thank you for being a dreamer. Thank you for discovering your orange color, and thank you for always welcoming the inquiry if you're bored. And thank you for encouraging others to always do more. And thank you for leading the organization to a solid and sustainable foundation, providing an opportunity for a very exciting future. Enjoy everything you do next. Thank you, Ludy.
Hi, Ludy. Happy retirement. I hope you get to enjoy all the little things.
Ludy, congratulations on your retirement. We didn't work with each other very long, but it doesn't take very long to see your passion and drive for the mission here at NeighborWorks of Western Vermont. You are an inspiration. I really wish you and Westy, of course, a very happy retirement.
Hi, Ludy. It's so nice to be here and wishing you well. It's been a pleasure working with you and getting to know you over the last decade, and even exercising together all those years. I haven't seen your smiling face in quite some time, but it's always been such a comfort to know that you've been across the street and you've been willing to take on whatever you needed to and being supportive to the town. So I will really miss you, and I thank you for all the years of service. You've served as a mentor for many, many women, including myself, and I will miss you.
Hi, Ludy. I'm here at one of the properties recording. I'm doing an inspection today, and I thought what better way to send you a message than really sort of how we connected. So I want to wish you a happy retirement, and I also want to just say thank you for believing in me and for giving me an opportunity to pursue my passion. You know, this is what I love to do, and this is really what we talked about when we first met. It's just been such a joy getting to know you over this past year. You're one of the most fascinating, remarkable women that I know. And I know that you are not done. I know that you can't keep still. And there is plenty more for you to do. And I just look forward to getting to know you over the years because our relationship does not end here. So thank you so much. I wish you a happy and blessed retirement. Bye.
Hey, Ludy. I just want to say congratulations on your retirement. And you've been such an inspiration, really. I think you've been so amazing. You've worked so devotedly, so brilliantly, so assiduously in this really profoundly important field. You've really been an inspiration to me and so many. So I know you're going to have a wonderful time with this next chapter, and I really hope it means we can see more of you. So enjoy. Congratulations. Love you. Bye.
Hi, Ludy. I know we've only had the chance to get to know each other for about 1.5 years now, and I just want to say how much of an honor and pleasure it has been to get to know you. Your care and compassion for others is admirable, and you've made me realize how valuable and important NeighborWorks of Western Vermont is for our surrounding communities and state as a whole. Your hard work and dedication to the organization and staff will forever be appreciated by so many people. You truly are one of a kind with a heart of gold. Major isn't here with me today, but he did want me to tell you that him and I will be visiting you and Westy at some point at your farm this summer.
Take care, Ludy, and thank you for everything.
Hey, Ludy, you'll be missed but never be replaced. I've always admired your being a visionary, thinking outside the box, and your creativity. You have the admiration from your staff, the board of directors, the wider community, our political leaders, and even the inner circles at NeighborWorks America. It has been my pleasure to work with you as board president for 6 years. I learned so much from you. Please enjoy more time with your daughter Sarah, your grandchild, your son Chris, the farm, and the many friends whom you have enriched their lives.
So the word has it on the street that Ludy Biddle is about to retire. So we figured we would offer this musical piece of retirement advice. And it goes like this. Hit the road, Jack, and don't you come back no more, no more, no more, no more. Hit the road, Jack, and don't you come back no more. Oh, woman, don't you treat me so mean. You're the meanest old boss I've ever seen.
Can't be talking about Ludy, because she's sweet as a tutti frutti.
Oh, I guess if you say so, we'll have to pack our bags and go with you. Hit the road, Jack, and don't you come back no more, no more, no more, no more. Hit the road, Jack, and don't you come back no more. Hit the road, Jack, and don't you come back no more, no more, no more, no more. Hit the road, Jack, and don't you come back no more.
Hey, Ludy. I've known you my whole life, but I feel like the last 6 months I've really gotten to actually know you. And I've so enjoyed working under your leadership at NeighborWorks. You are infectious with your joy, and your dedication to the work is really wonderful to be around and inspiring. And you and Westy are really going to be missed.
Ludy, you're an inspiration. I have just so enjoyed knowing you and working with you over the last 10 years, and I am really excited to hear what happens in the next chapter of your life. Thank you so much.
I first got to know Ludy by reputation from my partner, Jake Gresser, who has known Ludy for years and years, back in the early days of her career in arts administration. Her generosity of spirit. Ludy shares the goodies. I got to go to a weekend-long conference in Brooklyn with all of the other NeighborWorks people from all over the country. That was fantastic. Ludy always seems to know what's going on. She positions herself well with other leaders in the state. And I think she's always anticipating what the next move is going to be for NeighborWorks and how to keep the organization on a path towards success. So, in short, Ludy is awesome. So, Ludy, Jig, and myself, and all your colleagues here at NeighborWorks, we all wish you the best in your next endeavors. And I gotta say, can't wait to hear about what those are gonna be. Thank you.
Hey, Ludy, it's been amazing working with you for 15 plus years. You've accomplished so much, but now I'm looking forward to doing other kinds of shit with you.
Hey, Ludy, it's been 20 years. We've had some crazy times, we've had some fun times. What I've enjoyed the most is watching the eagle fly. Thanks for all you've done.
Hello, Mother. I'm out here on my beautiful porch with my beautiful view, and Ethel is here, and we're enjoying ourselves very much, and we miss and love you, and are so proud of all the work that you've done with NeighborWorks over the years and this wonderful career that you've had. And you're my hero, and so on and so forth. Talk to you later. Bye.
Hi, Ludy. Best wishes for a wonderful retirement. You deserve it. Thank you for all your hard work, and I'm going to miss you. Bye.
If I had to choose one word that would describe Ludy, it would be caring. She cares about her employees, about her clients, and anybody she comes in contact with. Best of luck, Ludy.
So when I met Ludy 18 years ago, when I first started working at NeighborWorks, I was a single mother of 5 children and lived in subsidized housing and never had worked in an office before, and she gave me the opportunity to do a trial base. One thing that I will always remember about Ludy is that she was very family oriented. She let me focus on my children when I needed to and allowed me to be flexible with my schedule.
Hi, Ludy. I just wanted to say congratulations and best wishes on this next chapter and adventure in your life. I also just wanted to say thank you. I am so appreciative that I had this last year to work with you. I know a year isn't a very long time, but I feel if I had missed out on that opportunity of having that time with you, I wouldn't have truly understood the work of NeighborWorks of Western Vermont and what we stand for. So thank you for that. Also, as you know, I started just before this pandemic hit, and I'm also eternally grateful that during this scary time in history, I was working for a compassionate and thoughtful and caring employer. So thank you for that as well. And so just another thank you for all that you have done for all of us as staff members, and also everything that you've done for the community. And thanks for being such a wonderful example. I've grown a lot just in the year that I've been here. So thank you and best wishes.
Hey, Ludy, congratulations on your retirement from NeighborWorks. You deserve a standing ovation for your phenomenal work that you've done over these many years. And I know you're leaving a tremendous and awe-inspiring legacy in your wake. And I know I'm merely one of many who view you as a role model and mentor. I am so grateful to have witnessed the eternal sunshine that you radiate in every area of your life. You've also shown me how to move through challenges with graceful determination and humor. You deserve a huge celebration, and I look forward to that day when we can congratulate you in person. Love you so much, Ludy.
Hello, Ludy. First of all, before I forget, I want to say congratulations on your well-deserved retirement. We will, in fact, miss you. I've enjoyed my last 6 years, and particularly the last 2 years. But really what I want to say is I think you're the epitome of all things home. And your success is due to your vision, your energy, and your loyalty to the staff and to the board. I think your legacy piece for me would be in the Northwest neighborhood. Now, when you got that $1.25 million to administer and improve the lives of so many people down in the Northwest, it was impressive. And today, you continue closing out your chapter, still running and catching each rainbow that comes your way. Thank you very much for your service. Thank you for your passion. Thank you for your friendship. God bless.
Hey, Ludy, it was a pleasure working with you, and I just want to wish you all the best in your future adventures, and you will truly be missed.
Congratulations, Ludy, on your retirement. More time for horses with friends. Looking forward to riding with you.
Ludy's been a great director to work with at NeighborWorks. She loves helping people, and it's not going to be the same without her here.
Hi, from Vermont Housing Finance Agency. Ludy, during your tenure, VHFA has worked with NeighborWorks Western Vermont on pre-purchase education, post-purchase counseling, the HARP rehab program during the last economic crisis, and most recently, our joint work on trying to weatherize 120,000 homes statewide. These are just a few of the programs that you led your organization to achieve, and we want to wish you the best of luck and congratulations on your retirement.
Hi, Ludy. Congratulations on your retirement. Thank you so much for all the opportunities you've given me at NeighborWorks. Back when we went to Sunset House, you would refer to me as the expert there, and I'll carry that with me. That meant a lot coming from you, and thank you.
Ludy, congratulations. My God, all those years you ran the state of Vermont and nobody knew you were running it. Anyway, best of luck to you. I'm glad you're retiring. I don't have to go to meetings in Arlington and hear about how good Ludy Biddle is anymore. Good luck. Bye.
Hi, Ludy. Congratulations on your retirement. It's been a pleasure working with you the last 10 years or so, and I wish you all the best as you move forward. Congratulations and enjoy all the new adventures that are coming your way.
Hi, Ludy. I'm here with very mixed emotions. I'm very happy for you. I know how nice retirement is. I'm glad I did it, and I really look forward to it for you. NeighborWorks became what it is because of you, Ludy. Now, I'm upset with you, though. Quite upset with you. Because when I got conned into joining the board a little over a year ago, my main thought was, I'm going to get to work with Ludy. My second board meeting, you announced that you were retiring. Now, I tried not to take it personally. I still try not to take it personally. Wish that we hadn't had this COVID stuff so that we really could have worked together a little bit more over this past year. But I'll haunt you in the future. Don't worry. And enjoy, really enjoy your retirement. You deserved it.
Hi, Ludy. Jasper and Debbie here to wish you a happy retirement. Congratulations on your retirement. Hope you get to do all the things you love. Enjoy the dog, the horses, the grandchildren. Jasper and I will miss you at NeighborWorks, especially Jasper for the dog biscuits. Enjoy.
Thank you to everybody who stepped up and made that wonderful tribute. Listen, we're going to open the mic up for everybody. And I think maybe Elizabeth Carl will help us to identify who ought to speak next. Can you do that, Liz, for us?
I can try. We do have anybody. You can unmute yourself if you want to chime in too.
Jay? I saw CJ up.
Is your Washington brother on here?
I was given a hand clap through the new features of Zoom.
Yeah.
I would like to just speak up. First of all, in that video that I was showing off my my gorgeous view because of all the accomplishments that my mom has made in this career. I think the biggest one is that she convinced me to become a homeowner. So I'm a homeowner now, and was me showing off my absolutely gorgeous porch and my wonderful dog and my companion. And I wanted to just thank you all for this most amazing, touching tribute to my mother. And I just wanted to share that I get to see over the past 25 years her enjoyment of the work that she's done and her enjoyment of working with you all. So just thank you very, very much.
Oh, thank you, Christopher, for saying that. That's so special to hear from you. And you're so right. Yeah, Sarah and Christopher and Christina and Annie and Cornelia have grown up with my love for what my work is. There's no question.
Well, I'm just going to ask this crowd, how many of us have a permanently raised eyebrow from Ludy bringing some idea to us that we thought was like totally crazy and totally impossible that she then carried through and made possible. So I think we're the raised eyebrow crew, I guess I would say.
Amy, right. Amy.
So I'll pivot with that. For folks who don't know me, my name's Earhart. I now work with Senator Sanders' office, but was involved with the Vermont Affordable Housing Coalition and the housing community for literally decades. And I think I have a really good sense of the amazing work that you've done to bring NeighborWorks to where it is today, because I recall, and I think Amy may recall this as well, back in the mid 80s, I got a visit from David Dangler. I was working at the time for the city of Winooski, and Amy and I and a few other folks had just started the Lake Champlain Housing Development Corporation. And David came down to say, hey, we want to start a nonprofit in Rutland. How did you folks do this? And we sat down and had a long conversation with David. And for folks who don't know David, he went on to work with NeighborWorks America for many years. I can't remember if David's retired now, or I think maybe I'd heard that he's retired. So, you know, having had that conversation with David back in the mid 80s and knowing where NeighborWorks is right now, I think that's just an amazing tribute to the work that you've done to make NeighborWorks what it is today. And I just want to, you know, somebody who's worked in housing for many years, just want to thank you for that. And also a quick reminiscence. For folks who don't know me, I used to be, up until quite recently, a State House lobbyist, haunting the halls of the State House. I see Senator Nitka is here, and former Senator Flory gave you just a great tribute. I remember, Ludy, running into you one day in one of the coat rooms, and you know, the typical thing when you haven't seen somebody for a while in the State House, you usually say, well, what brings you to the State House today? And Ludy, in your inimitable fashion, said, well, I'm looking for some money. And I said, well, you know, first of all, get in line. And second of all, have you talked to anybody? I think you just come from a Rutland delegation meeting, and you were pretty discouraged. And I see Senator McCormick there as well. So, you know, these are two members of Senate Appropriations. They know how hard it is to wrestle money out of lawmakers at the State House. And I remember after a long conversation, I said, you know what you got to do? You've got to hire your own lobbyist. And, you know, the next year you came back, you were smart enough to hire Amy Schollenberger. I think Amy was on the call before. And the next year you came back and you started your quest, a multi-year quest, and a successful one. And this is a tribute to, you know, a lot of us in housing talk about each other as junkyard dogs, and you're one of them. You're part of the junkyard dog crew. And you wrestled some of that money from the appropriations committees, thanks to Amy's help. And to me, it's just, you know, part of your can-do attitude. And what Amy was just saying about how, you know, you just come with these great ideas that seem impossible at the time, and you make them happen. The other one that you made happen was the rehab program that you started in Bennington County. And I remember another conversation we had in the cafeteria around that. I think you were in the middle of a big VCDP grant application, and we sat down and sort of talked through like what you needed to do for that, and you were successful. The program was successful. It became a model for what was done during the CARES Act to, you know, bring hundreds of units back online around the state for folks coming out of homelessness to live in, and now hopefully will become a legacy program when the legislature funds it this year. We hope finally. So thank you for all that, and all the best for your retirement, Ludy.
Oh, Earhart, thank you for those comments. Yeah, I remember all those conversations. Oh my goodness, thank you. It's yeah. Aren't we lucky to live in Vermont, where we can actually impact policy and funding and programs and people? And thank you for remembering those interactions and then taking them in and doing something with them as well. So it's wonderful. Thank you.
Thanks for everything, Ludy. Good luck.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Let's see, Ted.
Hey, Ludy.
Josh here.
Oh, hi,
Folks,
Josh. Oh,
folks,
Josh, for everybody who's still here, Josh is the one who gets all the credit for all these programs that we then get to implement on the local level. So I'm glad you're here, Josh, to hear all the impact that these programs have had and what you've done.
well, I'm here to congratulate you and thank you for your work. So folks that don't know me, I'm Josh Hanford, Commissioner of Vermont Department of Housing and Community Development. And as much as Ludy, has eyebrow raising moments for all of us, she's been that for me as well. Every time I've suggested a crazy housing idea that I think needs to be done because someone else isn't doing it, you've said, sure, I'll try it.
Yeah,
I think this works. And, you've always trusted, your staff, your community, and how you know how to get the job done. And that's been a huge, it's been huge for me in my role. And I just thank you for sort of a partnership and having honest conversations over the years around stuff that can be done and can't be done, and the challenges, and being willing to think outside the box and try a different approach and, get the job done. And so I just, thank you for being that type of person. And sad to see you go. Leaned on you a lot to accomplish some of these housing goals over the years, for sure. But you've deserved it. Thank you.
So back at you, Josh, and since this is another learning opportunity for all of us, Josh is the epitome example of a government office that does actually listen and then offer and implement and make happen things that are for the betterment of our community. Josh is not a, no, we can't do it. Josh is a, oh, or would you do it? He even came to us. It was he who came to us about the rental pilot in Bennington. And yeah, we did say, of course, we'll try to do it. And it did turn into something very big and important. But he is the epitome of government that really does do the right thing and the good things for our community and makes it possible for us to carry those out. So yeah, thank you.
Thank you, Ludy.
Back at you.
Thanks.
So I am just absolutely having a blast over here. We get to drink wine, we get to taste Ludy. It's just a celebration. And so I'm just all excited. All I'm missing is my cocktail dress, but we don't need that. We can just have fun. I'm one of the newbies to the scene. And so I just have to say that when I first met Ludy, it was just so refreshing to meet someone who gets you. And I think I'd venture to say she probably has that effect on everyone. Like you can talk to her and about anything, and she just really understands what you're talking about. She gets you. So that's how I felt. Ludy has this, it's just this infectious personality. When I watched the video, I couldn't help but I wanted to cry, I wanted to laugh, and I haven't even known her that long, but it was just everything that everyone was saying in there. I just said, wow, that is so true. You can only know her for like 5 minutes, and you can pretty much get a gist of just who Ludy is in that 5 minutes. So thank you, Ludy, for being daring. Thank you for just believing in all of us. And thank you for just spearheading so many things. Like I said, when Ludy says it, it gets done. Like people just start moving. That is amazing. So you are truly a trailblazer. Cheers to you.
Yeah, well, and just remember that it's people like you that make it happen. And here was CJ, just moved here, a student at Vermont Law School in her second year, which is a pretty heavy year. A single mom with a teenage or almost teenage daughter.
Almost, yeah.
She only had a few things to do, and we asked her to do this on top of everything else, and she has done it brilliantly. and meaningfully and spiritually. I mean, honestly. So aren't we lucky? And that CJ is just one example of why we've been able to accomplish what we have.
Thank you, Ludy. I wish you the best.
Could I say something?
Yeah.
Can I say something?
Why not?
I want to. Okay. Ludy is a neighbor. Was a neighbor and has been a friend for 50 years. And the thing I love about her still.
Oh,
Ludy.
Hi, Louise.
This is Louise.
Yes.
Ludy's been a friend for 50 years and has always told me the truth, whether I wanted to hear it or not. And we have been all the way down every road together. And I'm so tickled for her and for you guys that she has been able to bring herself to NeighborWorks. What a star you've had. Good luck, Ludy. Have fun. See you soon.
Thank you. Thank you, dear Louise.
I'd like to jump in. Go ahead, Richard. Sorry.
Dick McCormick is.
Thanks. Ludy, there are so many people here who have been more involved in your life's work than I have, that I'm humbled. But I have been honored to be somewhat involved in your life's work, mainly trying to get you the taxpayers' money.
Mm-hmm.
I wish we could have gotten you.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, spending other people's money is a good way to make a living. Mm-hmm. I so wish we had gotten you more money, but we could. But I thought what I might do, because there are people here who are more involved in your life's work of heating and housing and neighborhoods, is that we all have multiple chapters in our lives, and Ludy and I go back to before you were doing that work and before I was in politics. I made my living as a musician, and Ludy was I don't know exactly what your title was, but Crossroads Arts, the Rutland Arts Council, and she used to get me gigs. And even then, the visionary who knows how to get things done was going on there as well. You were a great appreciator, and you're very idealistic about your ability to help me out as an artist, and which is helping any artist out as an artist is a quixotic endeavor. But you pulled it off. You got wonderful programs, and some of my favorite work. So, Ludy, I hate to see you go. I bet you're not going to stay retired. You're going to do something. Maybe you'll be doing it for free. That's what retirement is doing it.
So someone said that the actual word should be rewirement, and I love that idea. But yeah, we have to just, we have to share. So Dick McCormick was a guitar, folk singer, a composer, and a wonderful performer. And I was a presenter and the one and only staff member called the director of Crossroads Arts Council. And if you all recall, when Garrison Keillor was running his weekly Saturday night Very Home Companion, he came to Vermont and he featured Dick McCormick. So get that, talk about a previous life and other dimensions of our own lives. Yeah, we've been friends for a long time.
We have.
Yeah, we have.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Be happy.
Hi, thanks. Yeah, thanks, Scott. So it's been very heartening to hear about all the other people who've come to Ludy with crazy ideas and she accepted them, because I feel like I brought more than my fair share. Yeah. So it's like, at least I wasn't the only one. And she does have the gift of making them work out. But I wanted to highlight one. Haiti and I both wanted to highlight one in particular, because it was a completely stupid idea that we came to her with, which is, we used to live in Puerto Rico, and Haiti's community, the eye of Hurricane Maria passed right over it. And I'm breaking up thinking about it. A lot of people lost their homes, and people were without power for 10 months. And I knocked on a lot of doors. Roy Nash knows, Roy's done a great job of helping to hawk the CD that, that I put out to try to raise money. I knocked on a lot of doors and I got turned away almost everywhere. And the one person who didn't turn me away was Ludy Biddle, who said, yeah, I'll have NeighborWorks of Western Vermont, which has absolutely nothing to do with Puerto Rico, be your fiscal agent to raise money, to bring solar to a community that was without power. And and that community now does, thanks to her, there's a community center with solar panels and batteries on it, and 20 families who have solar panels and batteries, and a new cooperative that's still working to raise money to bring power to the rest of the community. So, I mean, you really shouldn't have done it. And even as I brought the idea to you, I was like, this is the worst, like, this is bad. Like, I shouldn't be doing this, but you did it. And we're so grateful.
And I completely don't agree that we shouldn't have done it. We should have done it. We did it. There wasn't a moment's pause to doing it. It was exactly what we should do. It took a little stretch to explain why we were doing it, but it was there. And no, it was totally wonderful. And then talk about effort. All we did was sign a couple of pieces of paper, but Eric and Haiti, oh my God, the work they did for Puerto Rico is just extraordinary. And at their own expense, at their own, energy, it's just amazing. So yeah, it's a simple thing to have done what we did compared to what you all do. And what Puerto Rico still needs. So we should all be doing the simple thing that we did. Yeah.
Eric, I remember that solar project because Ludy and I had breakfast one morning at Panera Bread, and she started unfolding the concept about installing individual solar projects on people's right in their home. And I said, you want to do what? And it was, and that's the way it always worked out. She was incredible with the ideas and everything she did. And our role as a board of directors were to support her efforts. And everything always came to fruition, and she got the job done, which is simply amazing. Amy Wright, you're correct. Ludy is a visionary, and I will miss you, Ludy, and I think I got to turn my screen off now. So congratulations on your retirement. And by the way, Ludy and I had a little, she called me up this afternoon and said, hey, Rich, did you, do I thank you for the coffee that I received? And I said, no. And I said, but I will remember sitting at the boardroom table with you with your French press and grinding it out and everything else. And but the coffee was from another Rick. But Ludy, be well, be safe, and I'll truly miss you and the work we did together. And we accomplished some very amazing things. So here's to you, Ludy. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Rich. Former board president, wonderful contributor to all the work NeighborWorks has done. Fantastic.
Hi, and this is Joni. I've been trying to raise my hand, and NeighborWorks America. Hi, and thank you for all the work you did in Puerto Rico. Puerto Rico is the Northeast region, which I'm from. But there's nothing more I could add. Everybody has said so many things, and I ditto what everybody has said. But one thing I have been doing is scrolling and to see who's on the call, and it's amazing. So if I got it all right, there are people on this call from Maryland, Massachusetts, Georgia, Connecticut, Pennsylvania, Washington, D.C., Virginia, Montana, and I'm calling from New Jersey, and I may have missed some other folks, but that's
Vermont.
Oh, of course, Vermont. Duh. Okay, Vermont. Yes, mustn't forget Vermont. But I mean, just the point. I mean, that's just, Ludy, who you are. You've got everybody from all over the place, and you've been such a joy and such a contribution to NeighborWorks America, as evidenced by all the people on the call. And I remember, Ludy, I think the only time I came up there, the next day we were supposed to go to your farm. And I got called away to a meeting, so you still owe me a trip to your farm. So I'm going to be coming up for sure.
It's still here.
I'm coming up. I want
Yep.
I want to
It's
see
still
this
here.
great farm that I
Absolutely.
heard so much about it. But lots of luck, Ludy. We're going to miss you.
Thank you, Joni. Yeah, and that's the beauty of the NeighborWorks network, that we have colleagues and friends all over the country who contribute to our success. There's no question about that. I mean, I steal ideas right, left, and center from all the people that I brush up against in all our travels and meetings that we've talked about as being such fun. Well, they're so inspiring, and that's been the brilliance of the network and the benefit and my love for the network and my friends in the network.
So Ludy, this is Dan Ellis. I'm from Maryland.
Hi,
Those
Dan. I didn't see you,
outsiders. Hi,
brother.
Ludy. And I, there's so much that could be said to you and about you. We have stories that we don't have time to go through, and I'm sure everybody's in that case. But I would say, having been a colleague in the network as an executive director for the last 9 years, you're one of the executive directors that I could always call when I needed someone who would get the problem I was dealing with that I couldn't talk to anybody about. And just someone who could listen. And when you're in the seat, and those who haven't been an executive director, it can be lonely sometimes, and you need peers you can talk to. And Ludy, you're one of those people, and I've always appreciated being able to do that. You've helped me learn so much. I have, the ideas usually flow from you to us, and we're grateful to that. Hopefully we've given a little bit back, but we just really appreciate you. But more than anything else, I'm going to miss you as a friend. And I know that this isn't goodbye. Make sure you keep in touch with us. You better not go away too far. And that farm is still on my bucket list to come visit. But I can't wait to see you soon. And we miss seeing you at all the NNA meetings and everything else. But I've just really appreciated being in the line of people to see you when you walked in the room, because you are that rock star to all of us. So thank you.
Oh, Dad. So the reason you could call me about any problems was that I had incurred all of them. So I'm an encyclopedia of solving problems, and not always successfully, but that's very sweet. Yeah, haven't we had fun?
I'm going to jump in after my buddy Dan as another one of your colleagues, Ludy. I cleared my schedule because I knew there'd be a packed Zoom room tonight.
Oh, Jesse.
And whether it went to 9 o'clock or 10 o'clock, however this longest party's going, I wanted to make sure I had a chance to say something. And as a colleague, especially on an NNA board for a decade or so, we went through a lot together, and I learned so much from you. Just watching how you operated, watching how you treated people, and how you just managed so many complicated problems that that many of us faced and tried to understand. And when I started out in this network, I was a little wet behind the ears, I guess, as they'd say, and there was a couple people who I think really just took me under their wing, and I count you as one of those that I've always admired, always looked up to. Marietta, if there's a Mount Rushmore of network leaders someday, like, I think Ludy gets a vote for that now that she's retiring. And but Ludy, just wanted to say thank you for all your vision, all your friendship, just the way that you were just a blessing to so many people, including colleagues like us, from across the network. You taught us how to do this the right way. And, something that I always, hold in front of me and aspire to when I look at your organization and the way you led and lead, and stealing some of your ideas with working with hospitals and things like that. I've been able to steal some of the great ideas that you've passed along. So
yeah, that's what
much loved, much appreciated by all of us, and wishing you the very best in your retirement.
Oh, Jesse, God. Oh, this is too much. This is too sweet. Yeah, you're just another example of the blessing of being a member of the network, and then being in company with people like you and Dan and everybody else who's spoken before. I better not start listing, because I Anyway, it's been the best. And it's the hardest thing. Well, it's hard to leave my staff, but it's hard to leave my friends in the network. It really is. Really hard.
It tells me they all have your phone number.
Yeah, well, and everybody knows they're welcome, and there's an obligation to come to the farm. If you haven't already, there's an obligation to get here. And there's only one season that you might not want to come, and that's now.
It's over.
But every other season of the year, there's something special going on in a Vermont farm.
So you get the mucking done, is that it?
So it's mud season. We're expecting 6 inches of snow tonight. To you in Virginia, imagine that.
Are there any other, have we missed anybody? Well, let's.
Hi, Ludy, it's Liam.
There we go.
Hi, Liam.
I'd like to say a quick word. So for everybody who haven't met, I got to know Ludy when I was an AmeriCorps member with the Heat Squad. And I can't be more thankful for the chance to have had my first office experience at NeighborWorks, working with Melanie, working with Ludy and everybody. Ludy, it was very inspiring to see your passion and your drive and your endless bravery at doing difficult things at NeighborWorks and around the Rutland area. I think that was pivotal to for me to know that I want to work in public service, and focus my career on helping others, making contribution to whatever community I'm in. Ludy, you are able to befriend and connect with seemingly anybody of any age, from anywhere. And I think that you really inspire the people around you to work hard and do difficult things, myself definitely included in that. So I can't thank you enough for the trust that you put in me, both for working at NeighborWorks and for watching Westy so many times. I definitely can say that I have been to the farm many times. I will definitely be back. And I wish you the best in the next phase.
Thank you, Liam. And we want to watch your trajectory upward in this world. You're with Senator Sanders now, but we're going to watch where you go.
Thank you, Liam. Last call. Anyone else?
It's over.
Time.
Okay, let's move on a little bit further. I have mail call here, Ludy, and because the time is running a little bit, and we do want to give you a chance to have a chat, I just want to tell you that I have a letter from Joe Kraus, who couldn't be here tonight, and really, it's fairly long, so I'm not going to read it all, but I do want to say that think of how Joe Kraus really would say this to you. And as I go along, just long before I knew you and before NeighborWorks was even conceived, I would hear reports of this tour de force woman by the name of Ludy Biddle. It seemed like everywhere I went, I would hear your name mentioned, and always with the greatest of respect. I wondered, who is Ludy Biddle and why is everyone talking about her? So he found out many years later when NeighborWorks and Project Vision collaborated on an unprecedented effort to revitalize the city's northwest neighborhood. Together with the city, we applied for $1.25 million grant to restore or demolish a number of abandoned homes. At the same time, we held street parties, sponsored pumpkin carvings, installed flower boxes on residents' homes, and even hosted a series of outdoor movie nights. The effort to revitalize the northwest neighborhood involved countless partners. However, no one was more important than NeighborWorks. While most would have been content to purchase and successfully restore several homes, Ludy set the bar much higher. Her goal was to create a renewed sense of community, a sense of hopefulness, and a belief in our future, and she did it. And of course, there's a little bit more to it than that, and you will get that letter shortly.
Oh, thank you.
Another
That's
one
lovely.
is from another one is from a fellow by the name of Colonel James W. Baker.
Oh, this is the best part. Yeah.
Dear Ludy, he's a little more concise in his writing, so I think I can read the whole thing. Dear Ludy, I want to congratulate you on your well-deserved retirement. You have earned the opportunity to slow down and enjoy rest and peace. I will forever remember the relationship we built while I served as the chief of police in Rutland City. The support your leadership gave to the remaking of entire neighborhoods is a legacy you should take great pride in. As I think back on the commitment you made to secure funding to address neighborhood rehabilitation, it is clear that your contribution was a significant factor in changing the course of the environment in the affected neighborhoods. Then on to Little Arlington, Vermont. You fought hard for this little town that needed help with housing. We will be thankful for your support. I want to wish the best of health and happiness. Your contribution to make our little part of the world a better place has made a difference. Thank you. All the best, Jim Baker.
Yeah.
Now, one of the last items I have is Peg Flory still with us? Peg still on?
Go on.
No? So you will be receiving something that Peg and Butch Shaw put together for you. So it's hard to see, but you notice it has a gold seal on it. So you know it came from someplace pretty important. I'm just going to read it if everyone will indulge me a little bit. It is the State of Vermont House of Representatives, Montpelier, Vermont. It has the state seal on it. It's called Concurrent House Resolution HCR 36. House Concurrent Resolution honoring Ludy Biddle for her outstanding leadership at NeighborWorks of Western Vermont. It was offered by Representative Shaw of Pittsford, Akey of Middletown Springs, Burdett of West Rutland, Canfield of Fairhaven, Copley of Rutland City, Fagan of Rutland City, Helm of Fairhaven, Howard of Rutland City, Jerome of Brandon, McCoy of Poultney, Nicole of Ludlow, Norris of Shoreham, Knott of Rutland City, Sullivan of Dorset, and Terenzini of Rutland Town. It was also offered by Senators Collimore, Hooker, and Terenzini. Whereas for the last 20 years, Ludy Biddle has served with distinction as the Executive Director of NeighborWorks of Western Vermont, an organization committed to sustainable home ownership for Vermonters. And whereas Ludy Biddle is a Vermont Leadership Institute alumna, has participated in a project with the Kennedy School of Government, and served on the Federal Reserve Bank of Boston's New England Community Development Advisory Council. Take a breath. Whereas she spearheaded the Northwest Rutland Neighborhood Revitalization Project, established the Heat Squad Energy Efficiency Program, and launched a rental unit repair pilot project in Bennington. And whereas Ludy Biddle, who is the recipient of prestigious awards from the National NeighborWorks Association, is concluding her 2 decades of exemplary service at this housing advocacy organization. Now therefore be it resolved by the Senate and House of Representatives that the General Assembly honors Ludy Biddle for her outstanding leadership at NeighborWorks of Western Vermont, and be it further resolved that the Secretary of State be directed to send a copy of this resolution to Ludy Biddle. It is signed by Jill Krasinski, Speaker of the House, Molly Gray, President of the Senate, and Clerk of the House of Representatives, Betsy Ann Rask.
Wow.
Now, normally, for folks who do not know, normally she would have been invited to the legislature and they would have announced this in the House of Representatives. And so I take great pride in presenting that to you on behalf of Butch Shaw and the rest of the Rutland County contingent.
Oh my goodness, thank you. Oh, you know.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
No, go ahead.
Well, you know, everything everybody has said actually derived from their own work, and we got to implement or, you know, bring to life programs including the legislature. Thank you very much. But I should go back over the list of all the people who've said thank you. What it's I that should say thank you, that we got to do this work, and we got to do the work because they made it possible, whether it was from above or from staff. It's everybody making it happen. And you know, it may have gone through us, but I appreciate so much what you all have said, but I'm more and more humbled by what you've said, because it's other people that make it happen. That's all I could say. And
Speaking of other people, I think Savea is next on my list.
Savea is.
I'm gonna try. It just started to pour, so internet might go out. But so we've done a couple different things, and one that I'm gonna talk about is that we now have an official Ludy Biddle Day at the office. It's going to happen. It's going to happen the second Friday in June, which corresponds, of course, with our NeighborWorks week. And during that day, staff and board members will do something in the community to give back. This year, we're potentially doing another community dinner in West Rutland. But each year we're going to do something, and you know, you're always invited to be there and help us out on that day. But we're all very excited about this Ludy Biddle Day, and we hope you are too.
Oh, that's great. That's great. That's great. I thought you were going to say snow day.
Well, I'm all in favor of that too. And NIFNAF, we hope NIFNAF will continue. But this one at very least will be official.
Oh, that's wonderful. That's great. Yeah, there's nothing more fun than those volunteer days.
Melanie. I think I have Melanie on the line.
Yes, and I'm excited to talk about another item we've started in Ludy's honor. It's called the Ludy Biddle Fund. And I'm going to describe what it is. The Ludy Biddle Fund promotes safe and healthy homeownership among low to moderate income Vermonters. Funds will be used to address unexpected emergencies that arise for homeowners as they are faced with health and safety issues and basic housing needs. So we've created this. We've got a little over $500 in donations so far, and thank you to those that have done that. If anyone is willing to donate, you can go to NeighborWorks of Western Vermont and www.vt.org, click on donate, and then click the Ludy Biddle Fund. So we're thrilled, yes, to offer that for the community in Ludy's honor, because we know that's near and dear to her heart. So we're excited to have that set up in your name.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Thank you.
That's wonderful. And so right to make it something that would just help people when they need it. However they need it, whyever they need it. Yeah, great. Yeah, thank you. That's very, very important.
I believe Jen Yakinovich would like to speak to you again.
Yes. Hi, Ludy. So there was a whole bunch of gifts delivered to you earlier today. And the biggest one, that big wrapped gift, we're really going to put you on the spot and ask you to open that.
This?
Yes.
Okay. So
I think I put just enough tape on there to make this fun.
Oh, wow. Oh, this is lovely. Look. Oh,
so this is a gift from the board and the staff. And that is a scene from West Rutland up on Boardman Hill, so that you can always remember your time. In West Rutland, the painting was done by an artist right here in Rutland City. And I walked in and she had a studio full of paintings. And the second one she pointed to, she said, "Oh, that's Boardman Hill up in West Rutland." And we're done. This is exactly what
Oh
we
my
need.
God.
So,
Oh, that-
so I hope that you will treasure that, and it will remind you of your many drives from Shrewsbury to West Rutland.
Oh, thank you. Oh, that's so special. And you're so right about loving West Rutland. You know, oh, that's so great. Remember, I went to West Rutland thinking I was going to work in West Rutland for 3 months, and I stayed for 20 years. and I drove probably several times, more than once a day, to West Rutland and back. And it's, oh, that's just beautiful. Oh, thank you so much. That is really, really special. That is really, really special.
Ludy, everybody's been sort of slapping your hands today and telling you to stay out of the baskets, but I believe that there is a retirement basket behind you, and it's from
Yes.
staff and board.
Yes,
filled
it's huge.
with goodies for you in Weston to use during your fun days to thank you for all you do and wish you well. And if there's anyone else from the staff that would like to say anything more about it, please do.
You ready for it?
No,
Well,
it's
just-
too heavy. You can't bring it up.
Westy's gonna have fun with his, so just be prepared.
So I just put it on the floor and let him dive into it.
Then he'll dive into yours, so that's up to you. There's might be some chocolates in yours, so. A few
I'm gonna
bottles
bring
of
it-
wine.
Listen, the
I'm gonna
mic is
bring it
yours,
to you.
Ludy, by the way. So this is your time. I see on my schedule, they've only given you 5 minutes, but I know that's
Right.
not going to be
So
enough.
I've been speaking throughout and I couldn't resist. So I'm just going to be repeating myself, but you know, I'm almost embarrassed. Well, I am embarrassed at the praise that really belongs to, and I say this sincerely, as I think each time somebody speaks, how lucky I am to have been in a place that we got to do this work. And that we had all these amazing people from the NeighborWorks world, from the board, from the staff, from the community, and from our state government and our state agencies to make it happen. I mean, we're so lucky in Vermont that we can have a close relationship. We're so lucky as Vermonters that we get things done and then they come to the attention of people around the country. They think I'm some kind of special person. It's because I'm from Vermont that it happens. You know, I can't stress enough that it's the fabric of a community that makes things happen. And if somebody's lucky enough to be a thread in that community, in that fabric, it's a very rewarding life, and it has been. It's been a very rewarding 20 years. It's very hard to give it up. I'm holding both emotions at once. You know, it's hard to leave, and it's hard. It is exciting to move on to something else, but it's very hard to leave this group and very hard to leave the work, because you can see how rewarding it's been. So those are my unprepared remarks, and I think I shouldn't go on. I've also had a glass of wine, so.
Well deserved, well said. I personally want to thank everybody for joining us tonight. Those
Yeah,
who-
me too. Me
still
too.
with us. And I would be remiss in joining Ludy in the same sentiment that I want to thank Liz and Savea, and especially Melanie for keeping me straight and on track. Really, the credit for tonight is deserved by Melanie and her gang.
Yeah.
I will call it. And I want to thank them very much. And Ludy, I think it's the sentiment of everybody who's joined us tonight that you've done so much for our communities. And we thank you for your 20 years of leadership. We wish you all the best, and till we meet again, which will be soon.
At the farm.
I see CJ started a party for you.
Great. Thank you all so much for this. What a fun, important, meaningful, lovely occasion. And thank you for making it happen. But thank you most of all for making all of it happen, that we have something to celebrate tonight, because I feel like we're all celebrating.
Good.
Thank you.
All
I can't wait to go back over the chat.
Cheers, Ludy.
Yes, cheers to you, Ludy.
Happy days.
Oh, thank you.
Cheers, Ludy.
Cheers.
Thanks, everybody.
Congratulations.
Bye, Ludy.
Salute.
Bye, everybody. Thank you.
Forget to
Cheers.
rummage through the basket.
Oh, I'm gonna bring the basket to the office and we're gonna go through it together.
Oh, that'd be fun. I know we're sad we're not going to see you opening it.
Oh, no, you are.
No,
good.
you don't have
Oh,
to
yeah.
though. That's up to you.
No. Oh, no.
I'll put it.
We're bringing it to the office.
All right. Okay. Talk
Much love,
soon.
everybody. Thank you
Bye-bye.
so much. Thank you.
Love you. Bye.
That's Christopher.
How do you get off?